cannabis as a binary, sativas on the left for cerebral energy, indicas on the right for sedation. Shipwreck plots at the peak of the sativa calm, promising massive mental activity. Yet the experience plunges straight down, bottoming out at extreme physical sedation. How does a plant with these specific high-energy genetic markers end up physically paralyzing the body? To find the answer, we have to move past the simple indica and sativa labels and track the minute-by-minute timeline of its physiological journey. The contradiction is evident the moment you open a jar of the cured bud. Initially, the aroma hits with a sharp, biting wind of sour citrus and pine. But right beneath those bright notes is a heavy, skunky earthiness that anchors the entire scent profile. This 3D model shows the chemical compounds responsible for those scents. Limonene and pinene provide the citrus and pine notes, while the cluster below represents myrcene, the compound driving that heavy earthiness. This aromatic tug-of-war is the result of the same chemical compounds that dictate how the high will eventually play out. Upon intake, the immediate physiological onset takes place in the brain. As this simulation shows, a sudden rush of energy illuminates neural pathways almost instantly. This mental rush traces back to Shipwreck's specific parents, the fast-paced Trainwreck strain and a cosmic sativa known as Mothership. Because of this ancestry, the plant delivers a massive surge of THC to the central nervous system long before the body begins to process the heavier compounds. Users report clearing mental fogs, intense bursts of creative thought, and soaring euphoric energy. During this first phase, the experience matches the genetic data perfectly. The user is feeling the pure, racing momentum of a sativa. But as the cerebral storm reaches its peak, a second, much heavier reaction begins to take hold. This is where myrcene, the earthy terpene we identified earlier, finally enters the picture. This timeline graph tracks the delay. The first line shows the early cerebral high, while the second shows myrcene's sedating properties slowly creeping up until they collide with the THC. That intersection triggers a sudden shift, forcing the body into profound physical relaxation. You end up in a strange state of suspension. The mind remains clear and euphoric, but the body is entirely marooned on the couch, unable to move. This delayed chemical interaction is what gives Shipwreck its name, effectively shutting down the very momentum its genetics originally promised. Shipwreck highlights a major flaw in the way we categorize cannabis. The traditional sativa and indica labels don't account for a journey this complex. Instead, we have to look at this as a biphasic effect. This refers to a biological reaction that produces two entirely distinct, often opposing phases over a single period of time. Applying this logic is vital because of Shipwreck's exceptionally high THC concentration. It commands respect, particularly from users who haven't encountered this specific concentration of cannabinoids before. Consuming too high a dose too quickly will compress the timeline, causing the heavy physical crash to instantly override the creative mental phase. Shipwreck proves that we cannot box these plants into simple categories. A single strain can be an energetic stimulant and a heavy physical anchor at the same time.
What was I?